A University of California, Santa Cruz study recently quantified something every leader should recognize before issuing a mandate. When you impose rapid cost change on a complex system, you often get unintended consequences. Economic lecturer Stephen Owen and a team of researchers studied more than 100 fast food restaurants across Santa Cruz and California's Central Valley, reviewing financials and interviewing owners and managers after California raised the fast food minimum wage from $16 to $20 in 2024. Owen described the results as a classic case of no good deed goes unpunished and with outcomes not as positive as policymakers had been expecting. Here's what happened. Menu prices rose between 8 and 12%. Which was a direct cost shift onto consumers. Workers now earn more per hour, but log fewer hours as well. They've lost overtime at many locations, and now they're facing new barriers to qualifying for benefits. So total annual compensation often tells a very different story than the hourly rate alone. Those are just the economic responses. What we're now seeing is that Burger King has deployed a bilingual AI voice ordering system across San Francisco Bay Area drive-thrus, with the franchise owner of those Burger Kings planning to expand to more locations. Taco Bell expanded its own AI drive-thru trial from 5 California locations to 30. And Chipotle is testing its Autocado robotic guacamole prep system alongside an automated kitchen assembly line. The mandate succeeded at its stated goal of a higher minimum wage. The core objective has fallen apart. Now, here's why this matters for every leader, not just policymaker. These types of responses play out whenever a system faces rapid imposed cost pressure, whether the source is a minimum wage mandate, performance directive, or sweeping restructuring. Price pass-through, hours and benefits compression, customer-facing automation, production automation, and business model redesign. These are all of the responses to that pressure. These aren't California fast food problems only, they're really system dynamics problems. And when they show up in every industry, when the mechanism moves faster than the system can absorb, it causes challenges. Here's what I'd encourage every leader to consider. First, map potential responses before you see the issues coming from the mandate. So if you're going to create cost pressures, then look at what those responses are proactively and create scenarios for them. Second, design for second order effects. Pair the goal that you're trying to achieve with transition support, investments in retraining people, or phased implementations that give workers or employees or customers really time to adapt. Third, separate the goal from the mechanism. Low-wage workers in high-cost states face genuine economic pressure. It's true. The urgency of the goal is real. But leaders who conflate the urgency of the goal with the bluntness of the instrument often trigger unintended consequences. The goal and the mechanism are really two different design decisions, and they should be looked at that way. Here's what I do this week. Look at your next cost directive or your performance mandate or your strategic restructuring, wherever you're trying to reduce costs. Ask yourself which unintended consequences you've actually planned for. Then pick the one response you're least prepared to manage and design your intervention to proactively address it. A mandate without a model for its own backlashes, a wish dressed up as policy. That's the reframe so you can leapfrog the headlines, your leadership, and your business. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and find me at sorenkaplan.com.